Now, I'd say with spiritual entities and evoking certain spiritual forces and energies, we have to recognize that there's many different kinds of spirits. And depending on the traditions where they come from, their qualities would be much different. But generally, there's demonic spirits, there's angelic spirits, and there's earthly spirits in between. Now, some people would argue that demonic spirits are actually earthly spirits, but I do think there is some differentiation between the two. So essentially what these spirits are, and they are all created by you in a way, or created by consciousness in general, or a collective kind of consciousness, but they are all created from the void, from something else. So they don't exist on their own necessarily. So angelic spirits are spirits of immense kind of consciousness. So they have a higher frequency, they have more expanded realities, and they usually cover more spiritual type things. So they might have high ethical truths to them, and they might help you with things that are in your highest nature, and be really aligned with what is the best thing for your spirit. But they're not necessarily, and they can help with like material possession and materialization of certain physical goals, but they're more focused on your spiritual progression, not necessarily what you achieve on the planet. Although they can help you, for sure they can help you. They're not necessarily most focused on that though. They really just want to make sure that you are progressing and ascending in the proper way, and protecting you as well. And those are all great things. There's a lot of archangels that you can contact in the same way that you would contact any spirit. And from my experience, they're always open to discussion with you. They do have a side to them where they are very, like, if you don't abide by them, they will punish you in a way. And it's kind of hard to explain how, but like, if you are not under their will, they don't always want to talk to you. They kind of want to be in control, and I do think that you should be the one in control with any type of spirit, just because you are the creator of the spirit. So be careful of angels as well. They're not necessarily all that when it comes to your own personal will. So that brings me to the next aspect of these spirits, the earthly spirits. And that would be things like the elements, spirits of the undead. These are all earthly spirits, and the spirits that come out of these things are connected to the elements usually, or connected to spirits that haven't passed on fully. The elemental spirits, they typically are raw spirits, very raw forms of energy that